Yeah, we good.
Shalom. Let's start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory
To Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi, BaHaSham, Qadash.
Double honor to the apostles and elders of GreatMillStone. Shalom to like out there, doing this word of faith and live with love and true sincerity. As well as Jim Soldier Faith, New Jersey, here with the weekly sit down, and it's pretty much an open forum. So just gonna go in the spirit and let the spirit speak expressly, and may this topic be edifying.
So the book of Acts, chapter 26, verse 17, I'll start at, says, delivering thee from the people. God says, delivering thee from the people and from the Gentiles, unto whom now I send thee, to open their eyes and to turn them from darkness to light, and from the power of Satan unto the Most High, that they may receive forgiveness of sins and inheritance among them which are sanctified by faith that is in me.
Right, because we know like during this time, this was obviously the time of, the Israelite foreigners, where you had Israel amongst, the Gentiles, and whom Paul was designated unto, as well as other men, to preach unto the Gentiles, to bring them back into the fold, so that they could pretty much know what's up and be accepting, of the Lord, the covenants, the services, and the giving of the Lord. What's that? In Corinthians, was it Ephesians 2 and 11? Ephesians 2 and 11. Somebody grab that. Ephesians 2 and 11. I mean, this is explaining it perfectly right here,
Ephesians chapter 2, verse 11. Wherefore remember that ye being time past Gentiles.
Right, so this is speaking to the Israelite foreigners, that what in times past ye were Gentiles, just how, the Lord converted us, into the way of righteousness. We were in the Gentile mind frame, in the mind frame of America and everything that America breeds us to be, right? So go ahead.
That ye being in times past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hands.
Right, and we know that was dealing with those that were in the land, talking about the Israelite foreigners, because they wasn't literally circumcised in the flesh. Because that's how they judged everything, by the flesh and by the letter of the law, as opposed to faith, grace, and mercy, So go ahead.
Wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision, verse 12, that at that time you were without Yahawashi, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel, and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope, and without God in the world.
Right, so that's the whole point of us being brought back, because we have been alienated from our commonwealth. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what Esau, his whole plan was to do, to separate us from the wealth that we have within the Lord. Because just knowing who we are and who our power is, that's wealth within us. So that's all the wealth we need right there. Because that's where our power lies, in knowing who we are and to call upon that name, Yahawah and Yahawashi, right?
It said, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope and without God in the world. But now in Yahawashi, ye who sometimes were far off, are made nigh by the blood of Yahawashi.
All right, so what? We all made whole, and coming back unto the Lord Yahawah, by the grace through our big brother Yahawashi and him laying his life down. So that's what everything is all about. So we telling to the people out there, hey, you got to get right, or else you ain't got much time left in this place, man. Everything is being, castrated, slowly but surely, to where Esau is cutting off your avenues of access that you once had. If you look at it, right, you'll have 1 year people are doing this scam or they're doing this thing. Okay, now once enough Jake is doing it, now Esau puts a loophole on it. Now that's shut down. Now Jake got to try to find another way to do this at a third. Then now they got to shut this down. And it's the same way how they do with us. At first when we was on YouTube, hey, we could say whatever the hell we want. It didn't matter. Now, okay, now you cut down this word. Now you cut down this word. Now it's to the point where we pretty much damn near talking in code now. You know what I mean? Nothing is the same. So Esau is constantly cutting off those avenues of access in which we once had to downplay the word, man. And that's what it's all about for them, you know?
Yeah, real quick too. When the brother read that scripture, alienated, I was just looking it up, and this is the Greek word.
Strong's G 526. Apalatriao. Apalatriao.
And it says to alienate, estrange, to be shut out from one's fellowship and intimacy. It says be alienated with, to be alien, to estrange away, alien, to be alien, you know, but it says to be shut out from one's fellowship and intimacy, you know, and our commonwealth, which we had with the knowing we Israelites and being with the Lord, Esau is there to cut that off. You know, even right now, you know, when you say yourself as an Israelite, Esau there to cut that off. They're trying to find ways, like the brother was breaking down. Now today you got to speak in code. Esau is trying to find ways to cut you off and keep you alienated from who you truly is. You know,
like if they could, they would try to stop us from saying the name Yahawah and Yahawashi.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The law.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the only way we could actually say it without them cutting off a video or something, we just gotta pray to the Lord and just say it out on the highways and byways. You know what I'm saying?
We had to probably start showing and saying Yah. Even though we don't like doing that, we don't tell you what it is.
Yeah.
But we gonna get the word gonna get out.
Come on.
Right now, so it's Isaiah chapter 49, verse 5. And now saith the Lord that formed me from the womb to be his servant, to bring Jacob again to him. Though Israel be not gathered, yet shall I be glorious in the eyes of the Lord, and my power shall be my strength. And he said, it is a light thing that thou shouldest be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob, and to restore the preserved of Israel. I will also give thee for a light to the Gentiles, that thou mayest be my salvation unto the end of the earth. So you see, like, as they were from the Commonwealth of Israel, this is why, you know, just like as the Apostle Paul went out all around to different cities, okay, to bring back the Israelite foreigners to Yahawah Rawchaa. It's like we're in the same stead now, man. You know, our people lost their way through hardcore slavery, okay, through these Edomite and through Esau conquering them with Christianity and what did I say, Catholicism. Yeah, that bull crap and Islam. So now it's like we're in the same stead, trying to wake our people up to their true heritage, man. You know, like I said, just as the Apostle Paul was. So again, that's why it says, though Israel, and now said the Lord that formed me from the womb to be his servant, to bring Jacob again to him. So that's what it's all about, man. But bringing Jacob, the 12 tribes of Israel, back to Yahawashi Mashiach, that's a threat to these heathens, which is according to Psalms 83. They tried to cut us off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more remembrance, meaning being associated with us. We call ourselves everything but the Israelites, man. So, you know, us, through the spirit and power of the Lord, coming back to bring our people back into their true culture, into their true heritage and their legacy, all right? Back in one with our forefathers, it's a threat to these devils, man, and them being in power. You know, this brother brings the scripture out all the time on how if we seek our power, you know, and humble ourselves and pray, then the Lord will turn back to us, man. You know, and then we'll be back in power and back in good graces with the Lord. All right, which boots these damn devils out of power. So now, guess what? Now the Lord ain't looking for the whole nation. He kept the small remnant, man. So now ultimately, we're not sending this word out to every so-called Negro, Hispanic, and Native. We're just sending it out to the elect. All right, those that are deemed to get this truth, man. And then once the hopeful elect is pretty much prepared in the eyes of the Lord, that's it. We're no longer gonna have to go out there in highways and byways no more, man. And we're coming up very short until that time.
Yeah, I got a quick precept. This is Isaiah chapter 1 and 9. Accept Yahawah, Lord of hosts, have left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. You know, like the brother mentioned, the Lord had left to himself a small remnant. I'm going to read it again. Except Yahawah, the Lord of hosts, which means Lord of armies, have left unto us a very small remnant. You know, it says that we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. And we know that Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed without warning. All right, the Lord put that place on fire with fire and brimstone. He destroyed all those 5 cities in like manner. All right, that was exercising wickedness, man. So the Lord said he had left a very small remnant, and that remnant is the elect. You know, I got another one for brothers. Brothers want to get into it. This is Jeremiah 17:3. O my mountain in the field, I will give thou substance, and all thou treasures to the spoil, and thou high places for sin throughout all thou borders, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thou enemies in a land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. You know, so the Lord said, he said, look, he said, and thyself shalt discontinue from thy heritage, you know, which is discontinue for being Israelites, and especially being in our land, which is actually Israel, which these devils took, you know, 1948ers, man. And these devils are claiming to be us. And now it's to the point where the Lord is, he's restoring us, which it starts in our mind and spirit to have this knowledge first before he actually changes. And these devils have a problem with that. You know, they have a problem with that. Even ninjas, shit, we were just talking about before we clicked the button, you know, this guy C-Dub, you know, Chancellor White, you know, he got a problem with the Hebrews, you know, and he has his own issues. So, but he gonna have to take them issues up with Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi, because there's nothing he can do. There's nothing Esau can do. There's nothing Vocab can do. None of these guys can stop the Lord's prophecy of the Lord's delivering his people, and first off waking up his people, and then delivering his elect. You know.
Yep, and I got something. You know, this is the book of Proverbs chapter 3 verse 7. It says, "Be not wise in thy own eyes, fear the Lord, and depart from evil." And you know, on this pretty much journey, so to speak, on this mission, so to speak, of us waking our people up. You know, we coming across all different manners of 2/3, man. You know, extremely wicked, know-it-alls, being wise in their own eyes, adulterous unto different gods. You know, clinging on to them. But hey, once the doors of repentance close, it's all gonna be, your judgment is gonna be revealed, man. But ultimately, again, it says, "Be not wise in thine own eyes," because you know, if you're not. That's why the scriptures say, man, if they speak not according to this word, it's because there's no light in them. As you can see, every single thing we say, every point we make, you know, everything we bring out, it gets backed up by the scriptures. So ultimately, what is that saying? That's saying that, you know, we're not wise in our own eyes. We're wise in the scriptures, man. So when this guy goes on all these different talk shows, rambling out his fucking ass, you know, coming up with his own knowledge, his own theories, and all that type of crap, right? His own knowledge, hood knowledge or whatever. It's what does it say, man? Well, in this one, Proverbs 1:15, the way of a fool is right in his own eyes. So ultimately, you're a damn fool.
Yeah.
Okay? And another one, Isaiah 5:21, woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes. Meaning, woe is what? Death, destruction, and mournings, man. That's what's coming to a fucking know-it-all who doesn't come out of the scriptures. Alright?
Yeah, the scriptures say, "A prudent man foreseeth the evil, and he hideth himself." Also, the scriptures say, "Lean not upon thy own understanding." You know, the understanding that you're supposed to lean upon is the Lord's will. You know, because He never goes wrong. It's perfect.
Exactly.
You know, and over and over, it's always shown that a man that's prideful always get his ass handed to him, and that's one prideful man. You know, he talk his shit, but this the thing. You know, when you come against Yahawah, while Yahawashi, you know, you're going to get your ass handed to you. And it's going to be a day that when the Lord do judge you, you know, unless you repent, it's going to be an example. It's going to be an example, you know, for everyone that's prideful, that talk, that think like that against Yahawah and Yahawashi. You're going to be made an example to give praise and fame to Yahawah and Yahawashi, man. You know, because what the scriptures say, pride leadeth to a haughty fall. You know?
Yeah, I got something. Go what you were saying, brother. This is Isaiah chapter 40, verse. I'll start at the top. It says, comfort ye my people, saith your God. Speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem, and cry unto her that her warfare is accomplished, that her iniquity is pardoned. For she hath received of the Lord's hand double for all of her sins. The voice of him that crieth in the wilderness, prepare ye the way of the Lord, make straight in the desert a highway for our power. Now, when you go into prophecy, it's actually talking about John the Baptist, right? So it says, every valley shall be exalted, and every mountain and hill see it together, for the mouth of the Lord has spoken it. And like the Lord said in through the mouth of the Apostle Paul, he said that the Most High have set forth us, the apostles, last. You know, and hey, like the brother said, there's going to come a day where the voice that's going to hear is the men of the Lord. You know, we understand that through the prophecy, some of us, but hey, these words will speak. The scriptures already said so. Reading on, the voice was cried. The voice said, "Cry," and he said, "What shall I cry? All flesh is as grass, and all the godliness thereof is as the flower of the field. The grass withereth, the flower fadeth, because the spirit of the Lord bloweth upon it. Surely the people is as grass." And like what the Lord say to through the mouth of Jeremiah, man, he said, "Is not these people wood in my mouth, you know, in his word like fire?" You know, so as his word is coming out, you know, it's burning the people up, man. You know, like I said, you know, everything that these people say is going to come back to bite them in the ass. And the only thing that's going to matter in these last days, which we're not going to have to speak, all right, the actions of the Lord is going to speak for us.
Yeah, I got a quick precept just to back you real quick. This is Matthew chapter 24 and 32. Now learn a parable of the fig tree when his branch is yet tender, and putteth forth leaves. Ye know that the summer is nigh, so likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away.
Mm-hmm. And you know, you could try to cut off the prophets, but at the end of the day, the only controversial topic everybody's going to be talking about is the words of the prophets, man. You know, like they said about Yahawashi, you know, basically because they said for good works we crucify thee not, but because you know what you say, basically. You know, this the only thing that's going to be on people's minds. You know, because this is the truth, and the scriptures say how this word is a discerning of spirits, man. It was more than that.
That was it.
Just finishing off, like it says, the grass withereth, the flower fadeth, but the word of our power shall stand forever. You see? So hey, man, we come in the spirit of John the Baptist. You know, telling you what's about to happen. This place is going to be destroyed. Yahawashi is coming back to get us. You know, and the rest is history, man.
Yeah, I got a quick precept. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilences. It says, the prophet that prophesies of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that Yahawah have truly sent him.
You know, and following Yahawah is really about faith, man, at the end of the day, because, you know, life goes on, you know what I'm saying? Well, we prophesy this word, we might be out there for 10, 15, 20 years, but we understand that eventually this is going to happen. As a matter of fact, it is already written, man. You know, hey, like the brother Shah already says, man, it's already, you know, it's how he says, it's laid out, it's got to be played out, man.
Right.
You know, and we hear this waiting, man.
But we understand that, you know, was it Revelation 18? It says, Babylon the Great, it is destroyed. I forgot exactly how it goes, but basically speaking about how this place is already finished, man. You know, we just in the passing, you know, like you watch, you know how you before you watch a movie, you see the previews,
The trailer.
the
Yeah.
trailer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you already got in your mind the trailer. It already shows you the bits and pieces, and you see the end. But we just playing out the actual movie itself.
Yeah, you actually waiting for that scene.
Yeah.
You know, you see the trailer, that trailer get you. Oh, y'all watching that, man.
Yeah.
And you waiting for that scene.
That's the part. Yeah.
You know?
All the prophets seen the destruction of Babylon, man.
It was Jeremiah. He prophesied for around 41 years, man, before Babylon actually destroyed Jerusalem. He was prophesying that was gonna happen for 41 years. So, you know, just because it ain't happening right away, don't mean it ain't gonna be true. You know, and another thing real quick, like, don't think that just because you got a lot of likes, you know, this guy Charleston White, easy word, man. Just because you got a lot of likes, a lot of comments, a lot of subscribes, don't think that you that nigga, man. All right, because we know numerous accounts in the scriptures. For one, you had Saul, who he didn't obey the Lord and doing what the Lord told him, but he had the people on his side, right? You rather please the people, but look what happened to him. He got kicked out of the power seat. He became desperate and frantic. So he conjured up spirits, damn witch. All right, and then you have even the story of the lying prophets, man. The lying prophets that was in the ear of the one false prophet, making him think that he was hot shit, but he had a lot of people on his side, and his end was destruction, man. All right, death. So just because you got a lot of likes, comments, subscribe, don't mean that you got the truth. All right. So, but when you're backed by these scriptures, that's a better look, man. Even though Elijah, which is the 400 prophets of Baal, right? It was 400 of them, right? Siding with each other, you know, backing each other up, feel good with the presence, right? With the numbers, right? But then guess what happened? They were exposed that their God didn't exist. Okay? So numbers and likes and subscribers don't fucking matter, man. This guy's easy work. And you don't even come out of the scriptures.
Yeah.
At least guys like Geno Jennings, they're a little bit harder because this dude is actually coming out the scriptures, man.
Yeah.
You're not even coming out the scriptures.
Yeah, he's what the scriptures call a foolish man. And real quick, I got a quick precept for brothers, you know, this for y'all brothers. Because all you gotta do, he's a foolish man. Just type in the blue letter, put foolish man, and just go through those scriptures. That's Charleston White.
Yeah.
I got something. This is Matthew 7:26. And every one that heareth these sayings of mine and doeth them not shall be likened unto a foolish man which built his house upon the sand. And you was just speaking about, like you say, Charleston White, easy word, because he foolish. He's a nigga, you know, and he gonna die that way. That's the way he presents himself, that's how he speak. But he makes money because why? Folly is set in great dignity.
Exactly.
It's a time for him.
Right.
Like how you said earlier, every man has his place. I forgot how you said it. You said something a little bit earlier. You said it quick. Like every place within this movie.
Oh, yeah.
You know, he has his voice. You know, he has his voice to prove the fact that what is a fool constant way. Real quick, this
An
is
example of what not to be like.
Yeah.
Shaw said that.
Yep. This is a few one. Proverbs 14:7. Go from the presence of a foolish man when thou perceiveth not in his lips of knowledge. You know, he don't speak any knowledge. He just speaks, and he's a character. That's what he said himself. He put on a character, and then he puts on a show because what sells is streaming. You know, streaming content, real reactions. That's what generates money. Get people to subscribe, tune in, and be what? Entertained. He's an entertainer, man.
Yeah.
You know.
see it's working for him because he has comedy tours lined up now. He's into upstage stand-up comedy now, so he sees that what he's doing is working, being a fucking buffoon.
Yeah, and his problem is with black folks. You know, he's basically, I'm gonna say this. He found out that black people are actually stupid. I'm just gonna call it straight. Black Jakes, you Negroes, you Latinos, and I'm saying 2/3, those out there in the world, in this day, you are fucking stupid, man. You fall for anything. And he figured it out. And he played on that because he know who's the biggest consumer. Jake. who's gonna watch? Who's actually gonna watch? Jake is the only people that really watch you.
Right.
When you tell them that you don't like them. Like, how can I say, like Jake will watch you when they don't like you.
Yeah.
Like, why would you watch somebody that you don't like?
Yeah.
That's retarded. That's Jake, man. And he play upon the minds of the simple, but we're not simple, man.
Well, if you look, Flock, if you look at that dude that was questioning Bishop Nate on that comedy hype show, he was basically asking Nate to put on a gimmick. How can you? Remember, he was saying, how can you dress your doctrine up to where everybody can come with it? But it's not a gimmick, man. When you go into this word, it's about faith. We put the word out, and then whoever receives it is gonna receive it. And if you don't receive it, it wasn't meant for you to receive, man.
Yeah, that's a good point you made, because as you were speaking, I'm thinking, you're right, because today Jake is getting wise enough. Let's say Jake is getting crafty enough to understand you need content. When you on YouTube and you a character, you don't have to be real to make money. You don't be real. When you look at this dude, what's my man, he around your age, I Snow, what's his name? I Speed.
Yeah.
And what's the other nigga? Kai. What's the other
Ice
nigga?
and that.
These dudes stream for 8 hours straight. And oh yeah, that's my son. But this dude streamed for like 8 hours straight. He killing it. He hustling that shit hard. But he just have stunts and stuff. He had his mans come in, I saw with Lil Baby, what's his name? The one that's from Atlanta.
Yeah.
And the dude said, yo, man, I want a cheeseburger. And then the dude, Baby, was like, yo, what the fuck, for real? You gonna really intervene in our conversation? And then he was like, you had to let him know, like, nah, it's just, he's like, oh, I see how y'all niggas play. So it was a skit. It was like a game. He told his man to do that for content.
Yeah.
So as you said, right? Jake is figuring this thing out with YouTube content, filming themselves, and they thinking at the same time, oh, Israelite, y'all doing that for content. They thinking that they don't understand this is real. They looking at it like something that they can do. For him to ask that question, like how you brought out when he said in the video, he asking how could you switch your doctrine to fit, man, what you talking about? That's why the Lord got to set things straight. You Jakes are in trouble. Jacob's trouble is coming. You in trouble, and this devil is about to show his horns, man.
Yeah, a lot of shit is fake, man. You got these pranksters where like they'll go in the store and like mess with people. A lot of that should be fake, man. A lot of that should be fake reaction. Like they'll pay people, they'll be friends with them or something. It's a whole bunch of fake bull crap on the internet, man. And you can't throw us in there with that. This is like the real deal, man.
Yeah.
Okay, and we see prophecies coming to pass, man. You niggas is about to be drafted. America can't hang with the rest of the military, man. I don't care how much money they spend on their technology, man. All right, these other nations are spending money on technology too, and they got the manpower. Okay, China got the 2 million man army. All right, and Russia, and their allies with Russia. Okay, North Korea. All right, India is going to be getting in your ass. The scriptures say how America's own allies is going to go against them, man. You niggas is out here playing games, doing pranks, prank video. Yeah, it's about to be drafted soon, man. You see out there in Russia, one dude had his friend go to the middle of the staircase and jump around his leg to snap it, man, so that he wouldn't have to join the military and die, man. They're going at it, man. Russia and Ukraine. And that's going to affect everybody, man. Ukraine, they're like the top nation in grain. Okay?
Yeah, I think oil too, right? Yeah, oil, Russia, oil.
I heard I just seen something. They said America's like lifting up the sanctions of Venezuela. So they show you, America needs some oil too, man. America's feeling it too.
Yeah, World War III is real.
Yeah.
Yeah, war is real, man. Even though there's an agenda the elites are pulling and there's puppets and stuff like that, the war is real. Like how you mentioned about the real reactions, like the reactions, some of it is fake.
Yeah.
But what like Boom Game was doing, when you look at him, it's years ago, this guy, he would come up with an idea. Let me go into Popeye's Chicken, and I'm gonna walk behind the counter and grab some chicken and make my own order. He got real reactions out of it because people was like, what the fuck? And it's shocking at the same time. And viewers are going, yo, ho, ho, ho. Now this shit done went and it grew. You got fucking YouTubers, man. You know, guys that want to be number one, pulling stunts and all that, celebrity gossip and all the beef. Some of it be fake, but these guys said, let's make some bread. Let's beef. And then, you know, we gonna generate, because that's what's selling. Look at these reality shows that's out with these girls.
Bad Girls Club.
Bad Girls Clubs and things like that. It was a couple of skits I was seeing, and these girls was on the show before, so I guess they like auditioning, they like the judges for the new ones coming in, and here it is. All they wanted was the girls to fight. So the girl would come up and say her name, yeah, my name is Sasha, da 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 da, and they'd be like, you don't seem like you should be on this show. Show me why you should be on this show.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, another girl just come up and be like, what's up? And so they just start fighting. So you gotta prove that you a fighter. Like, what type of nonsense? And this is the black woman, man. You know, I barely see Hispanic woman, but I know they in there. But it's that Judite woman, that Southern Kingdom, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, man. You know, and it's like, what the fuck got into these stupid hoes? Like, y'all really out there, you want to be on TV and attention so bad, but you gotta fight because that's what sells. You know, and that's a lot of that shit. That shit is influencing these women too. You know, let your woman watch some of them shows, and then you come in the house and she start getting reckless with you. What the fuck you been watching?
Yeah.
You know, then you figure out what she been watching. You be like, yo, you ain't watching that shit no more, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? That shit is demon.
Yeah, I got some.
Yeah.
Just going back to how like it doesn't matter about your likes, comments, subscribes, and all this and that. If you're not based off of the scriptures, and this is why scriptures speak upon that foundation, man. We're trying to get that as well. So the book of Romans chapter 3 verse 3, for what if some did not believe? Shall their unbelief make the faith of the Most High without effect? The Most High forbid. Yeah, let the Most High be true, but every man a liar.
Mm-hmm.
As it is written, that thou mightest be justified in thy sayings, it mightest overcome when thou art judged.
Mm-hmm.
See, so the Most High is true, all right? And then BaHaSham, and Yahawashi said, these words that I speak unto you, they are
Faithful and true.
yeah, they are faithful and true. And we coming out of these scriptures, bringing forth these words. So ultimately, this word is true. So ultimately, we true, man.
Mm-hmm.
The spirit and power of Yahawah. So everything else, if you're not coming out of these scriptures, what you got going on is gonna fail, okay, miserably. All right, the scriptures speak about how you're gonna be in a pitiful case. Why you out there in season out, week in and week out? We're trying to cover our ass, man. See why?
Yeah.
Cover your ass. We trying to cover our ass to the best of our ability to earn the Lord's mercy and grace. That's why Yahawashi say, you know, watch and pray that you may be accounted worthy to escape these things that shall come to pass, man. All right, there's a time of trouble that's coming at the earth that's never seen before upon you niggas and you niggerettes and you nigglets.
I got something. I got something real quick. It's Ezekiel chapter 3 and 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou gavest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity. But thou hast delivered thy soul. Again, when a righteous man doeth turn from his righteousness, and committeth iniquity, and lay a stumbling block before him, he shall die, because thou hast not given him warning. He shall die in his sin, and his righteousness which he hath done shall not be remembered, but his blood will I require at thy hand.
And like we were saying at camp, you know, as prophets of the Lord, you know, we're not supposed to be a part of this shit, man, because even it says in 1 Thessalonians, you have no need that I write unto you. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're supposed to prophesy to the people, and then, well, really, we're supposed to have already taken heed, like Isaiah said, you know, he said, basically clean up your own act, and then go tell the people, all right? And then the scriptures also say that Raji and depart, for this is not your rest. So when you put all those scriptures together, it's like to rebuke the people and then get out of there, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we see the vision, man. Brothers be having dreams. You know what I'm saying? Brothers is seeing watching shows with spiritual eyes, man. We see it's not gonna be a game out here, man.
Yeah, then too, as the scripture's getting into, is warning the wicked to not have the blood on you.
Yeah.
We have committed sin. We committed iniquity. We ain't perfect. We know we far from it, you know. But the Lord gave us a job to do a work. We do the work in hopes that when the Lord send that judgment, He pass over us. Because why? We did the will of Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi. So not everybody gonna die, you know. I'll just finish it real quick. It says, nevertheless, if thou warn the righteous man that the righteous sin not, and he doeth not sin, he shall surely live, because he is warned. Also thou hast delivered thy soul. So the whole purpose is to warn, you know.
Yeah, which is why I got Chris right here, Isaiah chapter 61, verses 1. The Spirit of the Lord power is upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. Yeah, because at the end of the day, salvation is coming, man. You know, there is certain men that's gonna be sealed. You know, though all hell's gonna break loose, at the same time, the elect is gonna be delivered, man. You know, a miraculous acts is gonna happen. All right, this is part of the good tidings, man. The kingdom of heaven. All right, we're gonna have everlasting peace, everlasting righteousness, man. You know, like every day gonna be an amazing, beautiful vacation, man. Unlike here, you may have a week's vacation and you come back bragging about how it was and shit, man. Nobody give a fuck, man. Ishmael had the job, oh, bro, in Canada. I don't give a fuck, you know. And when the kingdom comes, man, it's gonna be the real deal, man. If you feel like going to an island and relaxing, your home is wide open. You ain't worried about your wife committing adultery. Nobody stealing through your shit. This is everlasting peace that's coming here, man. You know, it says, because the Lord power hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek, He have sent me to bind up the brokenhearted.
Hey, can I say one thing just behind you? You got Esau. He lives peaceful, free. You know, I wouldn't say right now, but in certain places he still do. Why you say that? How you mentioned it? He said your house all open, you know, your windows up, your door wide open. You ain't even closing your door. Esau does that. His door is never locked. Imagine driving your car and pulling up to your spot and getting out the car and leaving the car door open and just walking the house, go to sleep and shit.
Yeah,
That's peaceful, free. You come back out, your car door still open. You got shit on the ground over there, your grill open or whatever. You ain't had to put nothing up. Cause why nobody gonna touch your shit? That's peaceful, free. That's what we're for in the kingdom. Brother don't even know. Close the doors. Keep that door open. What we hiding for? We ain't hiding, you know?
Right. Not even a fly gonna fly into your spot. He might ask permission.
We're like, hold up. What's saying that? Man, now you better stay on. You have no jurisdiction to come through here.
Yeah. Not even a spider gonna be able to crawl into your joint.
A teacher actually told me that in high school and shit. He was saying that Edomite, he was telling me how like y'all gotta close y'all didn't know. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so it says he had sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives. See, so there's a liberty coming, a freedom, you know. But we gotta go through ultimately Jacob's struggle, man. All right, and it says, but we are those captives, man. The scripture says we remain yet this day in our captivity. And now we're under, you know, this paperwork, man. All right, social security card, birth certificate, driver's license, you know, and so forth, man.
Hey, you know why life is gonna get harder? And it's beautiful, you know, because we're getting close to the kingdom. That's why it's beautiful, because, you know, it ain't gonna just, well, it is gonna be you taking that corruption. It is gonna be, but with this social credit shit, just know Jake gonna fuck up too. They ain't listen. Oh man, you know this social credit shit. This really just puts the dot on the. You know, it really just lets you know what time it is, because here it is. You can have funds, right? And Jake is hard headed, but with social credit, you gotta have behavior. Jake ain't gonna behave. They gonna spaz out. They not disciplined.
Just like a credit score.
So even if they on board, they still fuck because they ain't gonna act right.
Yeah.
He gonna want you to act right, you know, and everything you do. You can't be a black woman as these women be, just as ratchet and loud, nonsense. No, you're gonna have to eat that, you know, and you're gonna have to smile. You're gonna have to do according to what the mind control said, and if not, suffer the penalties of not having. And you may have the bread. This is the shit that's coming in. They want to implement. You may have the bread to buy exactly what you want. You have more than it. You can buy 3 of them if you want, items or whatever the case may be. But you ain't gonna be able to purchase if your social credit is low. You sitting there looking at the shit, knowing you got the bread to pay it, and then when you try to swipe and pay, or they tell you, sorry, you don't, you know, please don't swipe no more because we're gonna have to call. Can you call? Nah, man, fuck that. You know how Jake, man, fuck that. Man, fuck that. You know, you get, oh, excuse me, can you call in? This system in which Esau is bringing in is oh man, it's another form of slavery, and it's deeper. You know, it's crazy because they want to control what you actually can buy. They taking us back, man. Going back to the plantation days, man. You know, you step foot in this house, you will die. You know, if I see you eating watermelon, and I said y'all couldn't eat watermelon, you're gonna die. What you doing? You know?
It's kind of already here, just not to that extent, because if you look at everything, like if you're a business, you have Google reviews, right? You have Google reviews. They can rate you 5-star, 4-star, whatever. And people look at reviews, you make judgments and shit. You fucking doing Uber or DoorDash, people can rate you. You have different mechanisms of how they can rate you, and based upon how they rate you determines your rate with that company, whether you're a top dasher or this or you that. You know what I mean? So it's already there. At my motherfucking job, one person gave me one month or something. I just got like a 5-star rate for somebody. So they say, "Oh, you're an employee of the month." I don't give a fuck about that shit. But then some other time, a lady complained about me and gave me a 1-star review. So the dude actually was like, she said, "Well, I didn't like his attitude," and he asked her, "Was he mean to you, or did he say something to you? What did he You didn't like the expression that was on my face, but I didn't do nothing to you.
Right.
Nothing whatsoever. I was respectful, all of that shit. But you just didn't like, maybe my just look, I wasn't as happy-go-lucky for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, Marsha, how are you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So therefore I get a 1-star review.
Yeah.
So it's already here,
Yeah.
but it's on a much lower scale, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if brothers remember, there was an article that came out. I forgot what this shit called. They said the insurance company's gonna start putting black boxes. I think cars that have been made, maybe, what is it, 2021 or 2022? But every car that's made, I forgot what year that is, they said it, but they said every car gonna have like a black box. And they said it's gonna be connected to the insurance company. So remember how the insurance company, they will have to where, look, we can give you a few dollars off your insurance if you put this box in your
That bullshit.
So here you driving, your insurance company gonna know your driving skills.
Yeah.
Say you slam at a brake or a light,
That's why I don't use that shit.
that's gonna come against you.
Yeah.
Esau wanna have it to where these cars are no longer gas, but what you call it, electronic.
Yeah.
So therefore, once you get below a certain score, whatever how they said it, you got a car outside that's able, running, clean. You're not gonna be able to take chances.
Yeah.
Your car not gonna run at all. This is full control, man.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you got a chip in your hand.
And a lot of these pretty much fucking hood rats, hair hats, as Tiny Somebody used to call them, man, they probably not gonna be around for this new system. Esau gonna kill their asses off, man. You know? And this is because it's like how they gonna work out, man. You know? And well, and that which I got right here, and that show Black Mirror, it says this news article here, it says Black Mirror nosedive, which that's the episode, man. Brothers gotta watch the nosedive episode, man. That's like a must watch because it's showing you how Esau wants. That's like his fantasy, man. From this sick weirdo. It says Black Mirror nosedive episode is now happening in China. App rates and monitor citizens' social conduct. And this is September 8th, 2020. So, you know, you're really gonna have your phone and it, like they showed in Black Mirror, you swipe it and you give them like a 4-star, 5-star, or whatever,
Yeah.
and then overall it goes up or it goes down.
Like the BaHaSham and all that shit they had on there.
Yep.
The lady enter into the elevator, and it's like you could be upset about something, but you gotta keep a happy face. You know, you upset something dramatic, your parents just died or something, you, hi,
Yep.
this nigga,
Fake.
he's all sick,
And then
man.
it came out at the end. Her real self came out at the end
My
though.
brother wasn't with that shit.
Yeah, and if you lose it and get frustrated, fuck this shit, you are done.
Yeah.
You're done.
Remember she was at the airport?
Yeah.
Started cursing. That shit went down.
She went to double damage.
And notice everybody had to play that calm role, even in the stressful moments.
Yeah.
You sure? I'm just gonna call the police. Like you calling the police and you smiling at the same
It's
time.
like you being customer service
Magic
24/7. You know what I mean? Like,
Fucking fake. Esau wants you to be fake, man.
turn it up, yo.
That's why this place is going down. You think we gonna really live like that, man? You really think we gonna live like that? We ain't gonna live like that. Yahawashi is coming, man. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way, man.
I'll piss you off and you sit there in the act. Just give me a bad start. Like, fuck
Yeah.
your mother. Fuck you up after that. You fucking up my life.
Yeah, they fucking up your life. Yeah. It's gonna be a lot of crazy. Jake ain't have that. Jake too hard headed, man. Jake is hard headed and gets.
5 star. 5 star.
Hey, look, hey, look, man. If we are the Lord's chosen people, and look at the condition of His people today. If we wouldn't listen, let me say them, man. Shit. I mean, we all went off, but shit, it's them. Because we want the kingdom. We want the Lord to come and regulate this shit. But just the fact that Jake is so hard-headed, we wouldn't even listen to the Heavenly Father, man. Our people wouldn't even listen to the Heavenly Father. So they damn sure ain't about to listen to you Edomites and then be subject in a system like that. Ain't no fucking way, man. That's why it's going to be all hell. It's going to be sedition among men. It's going to go crazy, man. And then a lot of these Edomites that feel like this land is the land of the free, home of the brave, you know, and they own stuff, and they're not going to let you take this from them. You know, not without a fight. That's why Esau got to program you with that charagma, because he has to regulate, in which always bring this out. You've all know Harari. He's known for the man that said, well, he said many things, but he's known for this, that he said, because he caught a lot of traction for saying that we can now hijack the body. We can now hijack the body. You know, they can hack the body. That was the words. We can now hack the body. And he said, we not only want to monitor people, but we want to monitor what's underneath the skin. So he's saying we can hack human bodies now. We can regulate your system. We can control you. When you hack in a computer, what happens? You get into somebody else's system and you start taking control of their computer. You know?
That's right. This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 13. Nevertheless, we, according to His promise, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. So like, you know, a new heaven means like a new rulership. You know, in Esau's rulership, you got stuff like this, like brother was just talking about. You know, you got the new social credit thing brothers was talking about. You got Esau wanting to walk around with a digital chip in your hand. You know, he wants you to live like this, which is not living. You know, so you know we need out with Esau, man.
Yeah, when you look at like that episode Nosedive, like technology behind, like if you do something and they swipe their phone and it affects, like say your credit score is like 1 through 5, like 5 you'll be able to live, you know, in the mansions and stuff like that, nice places, and a 1 is pretty much you'll be like living in the hood or whatever, like the complete slums. So here it is for you to like say you are like a 4, right, and you're on the verge of getting kicked out of a nice neighborhood. If somebody comes and swipes down, you're gonna have to move, man, out of that nice neighborhood.
Get evicted.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get evicted just off of your social credit score, man. And this is all from this news article about going into China, how they want to make it official in China. It says, as a Telegraph report, citizens will be scored between 350 and 950. Good deeds, donating blood, charity work, or posting positive messages about the country.
So real quick, guy. So Esau gonna set the bar though. They gonna tell you what's good charity
Yeah.
and what's bad charity. So you're not going according to your own will, what you think is good. It's his level of good and bad. He said, donate blood.
Yeah, come on.
That's against the scriptures.
Yup. Yup. And it says, or posting positive messages about the country will result in a higher rating. Conversely, being friends with someone undesirable on social media will lead to a lower score, as will canceling a reservation
Damn.
or engaging in any bad deeds.
That's just like in the show. Remember when the girl was talking to the I guess the mole. Remember?
Yeah.
And she was at work and shit. She's like, nobody don't like him.
Yeah, and what he did, he
Nobody
tried to bring milkshakes
Yeah.
to kiss everybody.
She took one. Everybody fucking lower her rating and shit.
Hey yo, while you speaking, I'm thinking this is Esau's kingdom. This is his sort of idea of heaven. Because how do you get in a carnal way, right? Because he's not spiritual. So in Esau's carnalness and his vision of heaven on earth, how do you get everybody to be in harmony? You have to set a system up like this so people would act right. You see what I'm saying? Because you think about it, who's not like, you act like bad days doesn't happen.
Right.
Sometimes you just have a bad day. Sometimes you go through it. You know, like how you gonna stop a bad day? You see what I'm saying? And on top of that, he has the power to control everything through the damn computer. You know, he can with these technology being a transhuman, he can have it to where, oh, you think you're doing good? Hell no, you ain't doing good. And have it to where he forcefully, manually make you fuck up to fuck your credit up. But that's like a perfect world, according to him. Hi, how you doing? Everybody's polite and all this and that. Get the hell out of here. That's his kingdom. That's his heaven. You ain't about to have heaven. And at the same time, these damn elites is actually thinking they about to defeat the sting of death in the process. So this is their heaven that they think that they're about to go into. No, you're not. No, you're not, man. You going in shackles and chains. You know? That's where you going, man.
Because at the end of the day, you still always got to keep in mind, you know, they want to be like the Most High. The Most High has his system of perfection, and he said for us, the biggest difference is that the Most High system is actually for our benefit. It's not to hinder us. It's to free us and let us know this is what we have to do. Stay in line with this. You'll be perfectly healthy. The land will be healthy. This is to build up the nation. Esau is to our detriment because it's all for his benefit, so that he can line his pockets with all this technology and money and power and resources and everything, and strip everything away from us and have us like fucking lab rats, man. You know what I mean?
And back you, he's thinking about his elite family. He's not even, because look, in the kingdom, right? Even when the Lord make us perfect and we'll become those judges of the earth, as it's going to be, right? And we'll be perfected. Once our kingdom is built up the way that the Most High, Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi wants it, guess what? After that period of 1,000 years, the other nations going into their lands. And guess what? They're going to live good.
Yeah.
They're going to live good because they're going to be serving Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi. They're going to worship Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi. They're going to be able to join his family, wife, children up. But the rules and the laws is the laws of Yahawah, BaHaSham, Yahawashi. No, so if they break that, they're going off. But then the man, Esau slavery, this shit he got going is for him. He's trying to there's no room for happiness and a peaceful life among the nation of people. It's just for the elite. It's just for them. Because the dude Yuval Noah Harari, he mentioned in the interview, he said, yeah, and the elites, you know, they're gonna be gods. He mentioned, he was like, they're gonna be the gods and they're gonna be able to rule. I forgot how he worded it. I gotta bring the clip up. But he was speaking on how the elites is really gonna be the gods, and we're gonna be able to see them, and we're gonna know them here in the earth and all that. And then he mentioned about another flood. He said the elites will survive, but we will all die. Yo, this man crazy, man. I mean, but he's speaking on behalf of their mindset. Yeah, he said this shit, man, and he's to be taken serious, man. It's not a joke. You know, he's speaking on behalf of the world leaders. He ain't saying it for no reason. You know, he's really telling you the truth. It's not a conspiracy theorist. He's not a YouTuber. He's a spokesman for your elite from the UN, man. United Nations telling you this stuff.
and this is why, like, if you take that image to the TV, it's nothing the Lord can do for you, man. When you watch that show, what was it called? Chick, right? Here it is. She wanted to talk to her mother for a little while, man, on the phone.
Implanted.
Yeah, huh?
Implanted.
Oh yeah, implanted.
Oh, implant. Yeah.
And then the voice in her head was like, "That's enough. It's now time to move on." So here it is. Just imagine if you trying to pray, yo. If you on your knees, you trying to pray, Yahawashi, and then you got this chip in your head. No praying is allowed. And then it zaps your head.
And then you sit there suffering.
Yeah, so now you can't even pray to Rawchaa because this shit has all the power over you, man. That's why he's going to destroy your ass, man, because he told you not to take it in the first place. How did he not to take it? Through his man. All right? So you I know this ain't fair. No, you did know, man. The ends of the earth, and then shall the end come. Part of this news article, from this article entitled Black Mirror's Nosedive episode is about to become reality in China. This last part, when I read it, says, higher ratings will be rewarded with everything from cheaper public transport to shorter waits at hospitals, while low-ranking citizens will have restricted access to hotels and restaurants and a slower internet
Oh,
speed.
get out of here. That's some bullshit. Because that's like when you order food on fucking Uber Eats or whatever, right? They have, on regular delivery or priority, and they just mean like 10 to 15 minutes sooner, and I gotta pay $1.99. That's like some little cheap bullshit like that. Who gives a flying fuck about some little shit like that? That's not no fucking privilege, man.
Right.
You're not doing me no fucking favor by doing that shit. This is everyday shit that we all have to go through. We all gotta stand through lines. We all gotta do this. That's not no fucking privilege, man. They try to toss trinkets to you and make it seem like a privilege, but it's not no damn privilege, man. But people gonna be happy to. Oh, I'm getting in front of the line. So what? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here with that. You got Esau's VIP pass, so you feel special. You can jump in the line and make McDonald's. Get your ass out of here, man.
And you know, brothers made me think about the movie Elysium.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
At the top.
Uh-huh.
All them wanted to do was fly up there to the top.
Yeah.
Because you get they had that machine where it fixes whatever health problem you had. What happened in that movie? They tried to sneak up there.
Yeah.
They what happened? I think they needed a bunch of money to. I forgot.
They were living in poverty.
Yeah.
Among robots, the robots was controlling them, keeping them in check. It was low poverty and all that. It was fucked up.
I got some real quick on to what brothers were saying. This is Deuteronomy 16:24, and the Lord commanded us to do all these statutes to fear the Lord our God for our good always, that He might preserve us alive as it is at this day.
Because even if you go to do all of this shit that Esau's requiring or whatever, they still feeding you fucking GMOs, bad meats, 3D meats, fucked up tainted water, all this and a third. So his way of living is not conducive to our biological functions, man.
Right.
Only the Most High's way is, man.
Yeah.
And you can't get around that, man.
The scriptures. And his brother could look it up. There was some exactly how it goes. Just look it up. You guys want to say up?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, brother said how Esau, like giving you all this tainted stuff. There's this thing, and it came out, like April this year, but pretty much, I didn't hear about it until recently, and so it's like a bill that's 49, and it's pretty much talking about how, so he wants, like, if you want to sell like natural herbs and oils and stuff like that, you gotta register it with him first, and stuff like that. So it's like he's trying to get control over that. It's natural.
That's sea moss too.
Sea moss, yeah.
What's up?
I ain't following none of that shit. So,
yeah. Sea moss, brother selling sea moss coming up. Giving you the vitamins. What is it? Mixed with bladderwrack.
And see, that's what I was talking about. How they keep trying to cut off our avenues because they know around the time when sea moss was already big, but when Nipsey Hussle died, that's what made it even bigger because he mentioned that to say that's when the market really boomed with the shit, and everybody was really making that money. You know what I'm saying? But then now the shit done died down, but it's still a big market for us. So okay, we got to put some regulations on these niggas.
Yeah.
They getting a little too big for their motherfucking bridges.
Yeah, and Jake, he got it bad, man, because you listen to everything Esau say, you wait for he to say it. Here it is, you can do your own research, but as soon as an Edom might come out and say, oh, it's bad, don't really do that, you believe him.
Exactly. Because they got white coats with flattering titles, man.
Yeah, this the word border. It was going into border, territorial, enclosed within boundary, region, territorial of darkness. So Esau is the border of wickedness. You know, anything he borders around is all darkness, is wickedness, man. You know? That's it.
If I could just say it a little bit more, I think the video I had saw what the dude said, that he said like pretty much he can like deem certain like herbs, he could, even if it's fine, he could just deem it like that's unsafe for human consumption, and you can't sell that. Meanwhile, he'll sell his pills and
Right.
abs and stuff like that.
That shit literally turns hard within your system, and it solidifies and it fucks other body parts of your system up. They gave you the shit, and it tells you when you watch these fucking commercials, like Centrex, and you'll see two white people fucking running this shit. They say, you can't take this if you have liver damage or this. It causes heart pain, mild seizures, brain dead. You know what I mean? Like all this whole other shit. When you tell me that I can't sell CMOS,
Isn't colloidal gold and colloidal silver is like kind of like damn in a way? Colloidal silver, I mean, but they take from it, like they like to sell it, but they don't have that much.
yeah, it's chemical based, really. You know what I mean? So it's wicked, man.
Yeah, man. A lot of things like, you know, Doc don't want to tell you guys, you know, speak like that. A lot of things he don't want to tell you is like, if you're going to things like change your diet, man, he'll never tell you that, bro. He'll never tell you, you know, like, yo, you got a constant headaches, you know, look up fucking research, man. Look up foods that help, you know, with headaches, stuff like that. He'll never tell you that, man. He'll just subscribe something to you, and it's different with damn side, you know. Simple exercise, exercise, change your diet, you'll be good to go most of the time, man. Prayer, most importantly, above all, you got to be in the right spirit, because what you could be going through could be something from the Lord, man.
That just show you how fucking lazy and how fucking hard-headed Jake is, man. I promise you. Because, and for one, and I know this for a fact, doctors are not trained in nutrition, so they can't tell you what the fuck they do. They don't even know how to cut the body open and give you and prescribe you fucking pills and shit. They don't know shit about nutrition. And I went in and I noticed, because I had done with my own shit, had to come up with remedies and shit for my own self, and fucking went to a kidney specialist, and this fucking Indian bastard telling me the wrong shit that's gonna put my ass on dialysis. So I kept listening to the fucking, and I got this shit recorded. I still got it on one of my old YouTube pages. I never like fully uploaded it, but I got it sitting there. And he's telling me all of the wrong shit to intake. But I'm telling him, nah, I'm about to natural. Like he said, trying to point to his books. You see these books? Man, fuck your books. That don't mean shit. You can have all these books just for show and you ain't read none of them. You telling me I need cheese, I need dairy, I need calcium. Yeah, I need calcium, but not enough for no fucking cow. That's what fucked me up in the first place, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. And like even like when you go into that office, man, it tells you don't use your cell phone, man. You know, because they don't want to hear you. Yeah, they don't want you looking stuff up. You don't want you recording questions. This is what Doc said. You know, I got Doc said right. You don't want you doing none of that. You know, if you sincere, you ain't got nothing to worry about, right? And then here it is. As you tell him everything, he's on the computer typing. What's he doing? He's just on I think it's called WebDM or something like that. Yeah. That's all he doing. Oh, well, it looks like you have this.
Yeah, they definitely know they stuff. We looking up.
She just told me the same shit. She's like, most doctors don't know, and they just look up stuff on web. And get the answer given to you right then and there. That shit crazy.
$30,000.
And that's why I got Job 13:4. But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value. You know, so they don't have that true value, man. All right, from the spirit of the Lord with sincerity, man. You know, if it was true value, man, to help you be even stronger, they would, you know, to get your nutrition right, get your herbs right. Most importantly, get right with Yahawashi. You know, but you ain't gonna get that from the damn devil, from mortal wickedness.
And look at that word forge, because it say you're for forgers of lies, right? And physicians, look that up. I don't know what it's gonna say there, but I'll
blue letter.
There, so yeah, I just want to see what it say there.
Comes from the Hebrew word to Paul, which means to smear, plaster over, stick, or glue. to impute falsely.
Exactly. To impute falsely. So now look at this act, the regular definition of forge, right? I'm gonna just go to number 2. It says create a new relationship or new conditions. So what you're doing is you're taking the elements that are inorganic and forming a different relationship that they're not supposed to have and calling it this and saying that it's a healing mechanism for X, Y, and Z, right? And it says produce a copy or imitation falsely, you know what I mean? For the purpose of deception.
Damn.
So that's what you're doing. You're doing it for the purpose of deception. When you say something, this has vitamin C, it's not actually vitamin C. It's absorbic acid, motherfucker. It's not fucking natural vitamin C. It's always something that's an alternative, but yet, at the end of the day, what they formulate all their theories and shit on is based upon herbs and things of that nature.
Right.
You will extract the property from an herb, and then now you'll chemically recreate it,
Right.
then add some other bonding agents to it, and here goes your aspirin.
Right.
You know what I mean? And here goes your this, and here goes your that. You know what I mean?
Instead of letting the herb be what it was, they add to it with some chemicals,
Exactly.
and then they can sell it to you.
To monetize.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's why we need BaHaSham, Yahawashi, man. Ain't no fucking way this devil gonna get another 20 years, 30 years, and 100 years of us becoming transhuman and we living like that. This is why the scriptures say the Lord has shortened the days for the elect's sake, least no flesh will be saved. There's no flesh that will be saved then. You know, your body would no longer be natural. It would be basically, what do you say? Unauthentic, unorganic. It'll be unorganic because we're organic, and he knows that. You know, these Edomites know that, so they want to be the god of the unorganic. You know.
Yeah. So a quick point to add to that real quick, just to kind of wrap that up. But it's just like, right? Say a drug addict. A drug addict is hooked on dope, and they have certain terms for it or whatever. But if that person that's doing dope or whatever drugging they're doing, if they don't constantly have that in the system, what they do, they get sick. That body gets hooked on it. So what is Esau drugs doing to you? It's getting you hooked on it. It's making the body think that this is the fuel that I'm supposed to run off of. You know what I mean? And it confuses the body, even though the body can't recognize it. But after a while, the body's like, well, damn, I keep getting it so much. I have to make something happen with it. So the Most High is making miracles happen within the body to make this shit still work, but still to keep you alive at the same time. Well, they ain't trying to fucking destroy you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
It's like the food, the chemical in the foods, what they call it, MSG.
MSG, all of that shit, bro. It's so good to make
Shit be so good. You put MSG.
Mhm.
The rice be having Chinese, you know.
Yeah, making that shit super addictive. And this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 5. Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell and is as death.
So he must be stopped. Yahawashi has to come, all right, in the time that the Most High appoint him to come to stop these devils. You Edomites are in a rude awakening. You think your shit don't stink. You Amalekites think y'all own the world. Right now you do. But it's Yahawah BaHaSham Yahawashi that set you up. It's going to be Yahawah BaHaSham Yahawashi that take you down, you know, and you're going to really get to see the true power of this earth, because you devils are not the power of the earth. The Lord just set you up into a throne that you shall rule temporarily. When the Lord's elect gets sealed, you are in trouble. You're done. We ain't got to do nothing but sit back, continue to do what the Lord said and teach until he shut the mouths of the prophets up. Everything else out here is the Lord's work. It's the Lord's work. All this celebrity shit, well, not shit, but they speaking up on being a Hebrew and the stance and all of this. This is all the Lord's work at the end of the day. Even if some of it has been planned, nothing can't get done unless the Most High sign off on it. And guess what? When he signs off of it, it's according to what was written from the beginning. It's supposed to happen because it's going to lead to the next, the next part of the movie, you know, which is going to come to an end of the movie, which is the end of Esau, because the Lord said Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So we just in this nightmare movie, the glorious movie, or let's say it is glorious within the end of this movie because we being changed. But this is just the first movie. There's more movies to come. The scriptures say Jacob is the beginning. So we begun, but we haven't got started yet of the Wicked's movie, showing that he gonna lose, and then our kingdom and our life is really gonna be started, and it's gonna really begin, man, when we be changed, you know. Last one.
Revelation chapter 21 verse 4. And Yahawah BaHaSham Yahawashi shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death.
Hey, so why is the small hats still dying off, man? There's not. You're not supposed to die. There's supposed to be no more death, man. What's going on? Something ain't adding up. But vocab alone got a problem with that. You know.
They ain't gonna talk about that news report that happened out with the small hats being pedophiles and shit.
Oh yes.
You know.
Yep.
You'll never bring that up. But go ahead, Doc.
And there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away.
Yeah, so just know that when these prophecies come to pass, and especially when he, go to implementing that charagma, forcing that charagma, as the scriptures say, he calls the ball, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in his right hand or his forehead. Just know that the Lord's gonna have to do something, because the Lord is not a man that lie. His word is true. So this means that once he do that, just expect the Lord, to play on his part in returning, to defend, or to recover his remnant, to fight, because let's say if he get his way, the Bible ain't true then. The word of the Lord ain't true then, but we know the word of the Lord is true. So yeah, this is that point. This is when he challenges Yahawah BaHaSham Yahawashi. They're gonna fight Yahawah BaHaSham Yahawashi. That's how crazy it is. Man is about to fight the Creator. That's how real it is. These devils are about to fight the Creator who created them, and set them in power. And that's the way of the Lord. So just know that this is the end. This is the end, man. But it's the beginning for us, You want to close up?
So, with that, we hope this segment was edifying. We'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory
To Yahawah BaHaSham Yahawashi, BaHaSham Qadash.
Double honor to the apostle and elders of GreatMillStone, and shalom to like I did. Those who are faith, live love, true sincerity, and shalom to any brothers on the comment board.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.